Hi everyone, welcome to this video on how to get started with Angular Toolbar component. In general, the toolbar displays a collection of clickable icons, buttons, or input elements that perform specific functions when you click on them. In this video, I am going to show you how to add an Angular Toolbar component to an Angular project, and then I will explain how to set prefix icons and separators, change the display mode, and add input-based components to the toolbar. To begin, let me show you the steps to create an Angular project using the Angular CLI tool. I will edit my code using Visual Studio Code. Finally, I will view the output on any of the supported browser. First, I need to install the Angular CLI in the machine using this command, npm install -g at angular/CLI. As I have already installed Angular CLI in my machine, I am skipping this step here. Next, create a new Angular project using this command, ng new project name. I named my project Angular Toolbar. This will create an Angular project along with its dependencies. Now, navigate to the project folder. To use the Syncfusion Angular Toolbar, I need to install the Syncfusion Angular Navigations package and its dependencies using this command, npm install at syncfusion/ej2 Angular Navigations --save. Next, open this application in Visual Studio Code. Navigate to the app module file and import the toolbar module from the Syncfusion ej2 Angular Navigations package. Register it within the imports array of the ng module section. Next, open the main TS file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Then, register the Syncfusion Angular trial license key by using the register license method. The Syncfusion Angular license key registration is required starting with the 2022 Volume 1 release. After that, I need to make changes in the app component HTML file by replacing its default content with the Angular toolbar code to show 6 toolbar items like cut, copy, paste, bold, underline, and italic. So first, define the eItems tag, which is of type array and can contain n number of eItem definitions inside it. I will define 6 eItem tags within this eItems tag. To set their display names, define the property text with appropriate string values. To define CSS for the toolbar component, import the material theme in the style.css file. Now, run this example using the command ngserve. You can see the toolbar component renders with the 6 commands specified. Since we need relevant icons to accompany each toolbar option, we add those icons by defining the property prefix icon and setting appropriate class names to it. Within this style.css file, let me define a font face with a specific source path and name its font family material toolbar to start accessing the required font icons for this toolbar at the application level. Then, assign the appropriate content values to access the needed font icons. In the output, the toolbar items are now displayed with prefixed icons. If I want to set the icons after the text, then I add the suffix icon property and make sure that the appropriate class names are set to it. And now, you can see the toolbar items showing the icons after the text. The toolbar items are currently displayed continuously. Suppose I like to group and separate those options, then I need to use the property separator. To display the separator after the first 3 options, define another eItem definition and set its item type to separator. When you look at the toolbar now, the separator is shown after the first 3 options. Next, I will move on to the toolbar display modes. When we add a huge number of options to the toolbar's default content space may exceed the viewing area. So, to handle this scenario, we may need to specify a more appropriate toolbar display mode. There are 4 display modes to choose from: scrollable mode, pop-up mode, multi-row mode, and extended mode. By default, the toolbar displays its overflowing items in scrollable mode. Let's look at how the toolbar items are displayed in the scrollable overflow mode. First, define the width property. Then, add 10 more items to the toolbar along with separators. I will define the icon content for these newly added toolbar items within this style.css file. Now, when you look at the output page, the toolbar items are displayed in a single line with horizontal scrolling enabled, to move back and forth among the items. If I want to display those overflowing items in a pop-up, then I define the property overflow mode and set its value to pop-up. In the toolbar, when I click the down arrow, you can see the pop-up displays the overflowing items now. If I want to display those same overflowing toolbar items in multiple rows, then I need to set the overflow mode to multi-row. Look at the output page now. The toolbar items are shown in multiple rows. Now, I will set the overflow mode to extended to show toolbar items in extended mode. Look at the output page. While clicking the down arrow in the toolbar, and the other toolbar options are shown in an extended row like this. Finally, let me show you how to add input components to the toolbar. For better clarity, I am going to retain 4 of the toolbar items and remove all the other items. Now, I want to add the input components Numeric Textbox and Dropdown list to the toolbar. For that, I need to install the Syncfusion Angular inputs and dropdowns packages along with their dependencies using these commands. I have already installed these 2 packages, so let me open the app module file and import the Syncfusion Angular Numeric Textbox module and dropdown list module to start working with these components. Then, I need to define 2 item tags and set its item type as input to add input components to the toolbar. Next, I need to configure the template here to pass the input-based components. So, within these item tags, define the ng-template tag and assign it to a template reference variable. Then, include the input components Numeric Textbox and Dropdown list within this ng-template tag. In this Numeric Textbox, define the width, value, and format properties. Next, I need to bind the data for the dropdown list. First, open the app component TS file and define a string array named list data source with appropriate values. Second, assign this string array to the data source property of the dropdown list component and add a short description for the dropdown list using the placeholder property. Third, import the material theme for the components in the style.css file. You can see in the toolbar the Numeric Textbox and dropdown list components displayed like this. In this video, we have seen how to create an Angular app using Visual Studio Code and add the Syncfusion Angular Toolbar component to it. We have learned how to set prefix icons, separators, and display modes, and how to add input-based components to the toolbar. If you would like to see the working example, you can download it from the GitHub link shared in the description below. You can also grab your chance at getting a free license key to use our complete Angular suite if you meet our community license guidelines. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.